right, welcome back, everybody, to the Fast and Slow podcast. I'm your host, Nick. With me, as always, is Nate, and we're on episode 31. What's up,
All
Nate?
right. What's going on?
Man, not much. I think at the beginning of this episode, we need to just set it straight. We've become a little boring on the show, right? We steered away from fast and slow, and we've just been
Yeah.
talking about brakes for
Brakes. Yeah, we've
months.
been
We're not doing
we
that
might be
anymore,
we
everybody.
might be done with brakes. We might be done with brakes.
Yeah. So
There's my teaser. Well, I'll tell you all about it.
yeah, for the segment. What I want to
Yeah.
say though is we've had a comment on our YouTube channel, and it really got us thinking from Christoph Medina. If you're still listening, my man, we took it to heart. We have to change what we're doing here for the show. So we're getting back to the Fast and Slow podcast. We will talk about fast things, i.e., racing, and slow things, working on projects in the garage.
I said, I think in one of the first episodes, I said I was going to be mayor of Slow Town. So
You did. The OGs will remember.
I got to get back to that.
Yeah. So that said, I think before we get started, just a quick recap of last episode. It's not been edited yet, so I'm gonna cash a check. I haven't, whatever the saying is.
I don't think anybody would fault you for that. That's got to be much more intense than normal.
Yeah, it's gonna be intense. But we went to Mecum. I've got the cool koozie from Mecum representing today.
The wife didn't throw it away.
No, much better than a car. Although I did say I was kind of joking with her about bringing a car back, and she was like, I'm not really ever opposed to having more cars. It's just the fact that we don't have the space. Enough said. That's
Yeah.
We will have more cars once I get
That's
more space.
the rough agreement that we have over here.
Yeah. So that's one day the plan. We'll go back to Mecum and we'll get a second mortgage on our houses and
Yeah.
oh man. So yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on that because last episode, we talked a bunch about
Yeah.
all the cars. So I guess
Had a blast. Definitely going back.
yeah, for sure. And I will say, you know, going back the second week is probably the move.
For sure.
Like it was cool dipping our toes in the 50 to $100,000 cars, but
It was the training wheels. We went with training wheels.
we did. Um, but there were no celebrities there, and
No
got that.
celebrities. I'm sure the energy has got to be just wild
Hmm.
on like Saturday night, second Saturday night or something.
Yeah, maybe we throw on the polo for that trip. Oh man, cool. Well, let's get right into it. We'll start with the fast segment. The
All
car
things fast.
is put together. We're back to racing. Had I guess my second autocross event of the season. This was with the Boeing Sports Car Club, so
Mm.
not SCCA. Boeing's really big here in St. Louis, and they have a sports car club. And when I registered, it's much less organized than I don't want to say that because it was organized. Like they don't. I don't know if you ever use like Motorsports Reg to register for
Mm.
any events. It's like a gold standard for track days and
Mm.
autocross. If you're SCCA or you know NASA, this is just like email the guy, tell him your car, and he put you on the list, and you pay cash when you get there.
Oh, all
It
right.
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
But I asked him, I'm like, hey, I've never done anything but SCCA. Like, what are the rules? Like, how do you class cars? And he's like, yeah, we basically it's SCCA. So
Yeah.
like even to the class, I mean, it was a
Nice.
Camaro
Yeah.
class.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it was cool. About half the cars, I think there was about 60, 55 or 60 cars that showed up. So
That seems like a lot.
well, the SCCA club pulls in about 120 to 130.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Jeez.
massive.
Huh.
Um, Still the same amount of runs, but like far less congested of a day. you know, they took their time on like getting the course set up. We were
Hmm.
probably waiting around till like 10:30. Didn't have to show up till about 9:30, which for SCCA events, I'm always there at like 7 and I'm 45 minutes away. So like I'm up at
Yeah.
4:30, uh, on a Sunday. So that kind of sucks. But this place, it was cool. It was, um, yeah, like I said, the classing and everything was the same as SCCA, and it was like perfect weather, sunny, 80 degrees.
Nice.
Um, and I put together a YouTube video, and we'll embed some of those videos into this while we're talking about the event. But the car, so I finished 31st. Um, I would have finished probably 4 or 5 places ahead of 31st if I didn't cone my fastest run.
So is that overall or just in your class?
So overall, I guess I should preface that it's overall. I think they had 5 KMT classes, and I finished third. So
Mm.
number one, his name's JJ. I forget his last name. He was an SCCA KMT national champion. He's got a
Oh,
he's got a third gen Camaro that is about the rowdiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like full IRS,
yeah.
straight race car. Like it's pretty badass. And he was literally 10 seconds faster than me.
Oh my God.
I mean, if you consider that on like a 60 to 70-second course, like
Yeah. Yeah.
falling.
That's quite a bit faster.
Yeah, I think he finished first out of everybody. To be honest, I think I'll have to go back and look.
And yeah, if you throw all the Miatas and
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, and then the second place KMT was SN95 Mustang, very well put together car.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then me, and then there was a Nova, like 68 or 69 Nova, which was cool. I love those
Hmm.
cars. I think the body line's
Yeah.
really cool. And then my friend Brian, he's got a 71, I think it's a 71 Duster that's got a Gen 3 Hemi swap. Um,
Nice.
I'm not sure what exactly it's out of, but I mean it's an LS version of
Sure.
Mopar.
Yeah.
But he actually mechanicaled his steering box. The bolt backed out, or one of the bolts backed out, fell off on course, and
Oopsies.
one of the guys picked it up and was like, "Hey, Brian, you need this?"
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So he went out for one more run, and it was like binding up, and like the steering box was moving. And it's like, hey, probably should take it to
Maybe
see
not.
another day.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I think the other thing that was kind of weird with the scoring of this club is I don't know if you're familiar with the PAX scoring in autocross.
Mm-mm.
It's a formula they use, and I should know it. I don't really pay attention too much to it because it's kind of a some people love it, some people hate it. But it
Hmm.
tries to like level the playing field across the board, and it uses
Oh, kind of like a balance of performance or
more so like what are the inputs of the classes nationwide, and that goes into a calculator of like if we put in all the data into one database and we put a formula to it, it gives you
Mhm.
a weighted score that kind of allows you to compare yourself to like a Miata or compare yourself to something that is way faster than you.
All right.
So
Like a
my
handicap almost.
Yeah, yeah. Some people call it. No, I don't even want to say it's like a what do you call it? Like bracket racing, like a dial in.
Mm.
It's different than that too. But like me finishing 31st, I had faster times than people that were in front of me, but their packs was better than mine.
Oh, okay.
So either way, it's kind of that's we're getting into the nuance of autocross. That's not necessarily the point, but I mean, I beat a 4C, so I felt pretty good about that.
Ooh.
He was hauling, so I felt.
Those are the Alfa Romeos are like Lotus-esque, right?
Mhm.
Tiny.
Yep, yep. And he was in the run group that I was working the cones for, and he was hauling pretty good. But Yeah, for me, I, I don't know. I had a lot of goodness from the event. It was way better than the first event this year where I was like about to hurl
Sure.
and just off my game.
Oh yeah.
uh, I just felt everything felt good. The car was sticky. I felt confident in the course was really complicated. There was more people DNFing in the course than I've ever seen in any event I've been to. Like people that you expect to not DNF, you hear over
Is
the
that
radio.
so? If you hit too many cones, you DNF, or if
Now,
you
if you like lose the course and you go outside of
oh
the balance because you're lost, um,
yeah, that'd be me.
yeah, yeah. Uh, and it didn't have chalk lines. There's a debate on whether or not you want chalk lines that outline the kind of boundaries of the course.
Sure.
Um, but either way, I did not DNF, but I coned, I think, all but one run.
Mm.
So, but they weren't
How
like
much time do they add when you hit a cone? Is it
2 seconds.
2 seconds?
So it's pretty difficult to recover. But
Yeah.
if you, it's hit or miss. Right? So like if you cone 2 seconds, but if you leave space between cones, that could also mean a second over the run.
Sure. Yeah. So maybe it's worth risking hitting a cone or hitting the cone.
Yeah, and my fastest run of the day was a 67, and is my last run. I mean, you can see a clear difference in the speed on the videos. And then
Yeah.
you look at the cone that I hit. I like zoomed in with the 360 and slowed it down.
Yeah.
Did one of these like wobble, wobble, wobble outside the chalk box, stood up straight. And that's
Really?
yeah,
So you barely touched it.
barely. I mean, I could have hit it and wobble, wobble, stayed inside the chalk box, it would have been fine. But the
Oh, that
fact that
doesn't count?
no, the fact that it
Oh,
itself out of the
interesting.
chalk box, and that would have been, like I said, it's the difference of you know being a 31st place car to potentially being.
So whoever the guy in the Camaro, is he wobbling cones all the time? Like he knows the perimeter of his car that well that he can
Yeah,
kiss all the cones?
oh yeah,
Really?
this guy's really good. I mean, I was talking to him after the fact. I think 2 years ago, he was like the featured car in the UMI booth at PRI.
Hmm.
Um, like this guy's top notch. Goes to Muscle on the Mountain up in Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
Like solid dude. And it's the adage of like if you're not knocking cones over, you're not trying hard enough. Like
Yeah.
you got space. So obviously you don't want to do that, but you also like you don't want to leave the distance.
Yeah.
I did have one whoopsie, and I don't know if you watched it all the way through or not. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
So, uh, the fourth run, Brian rode with me, and he was coaching me and kind of helping me out. But when he was riding with me, he was like, "Go, go, go!" Like get after it, and kind of egging me on.
Yeah.
So towards the end of the last element before you cross the finish line, it was like hard acceleration into a very hard braking left, right, left, and then exit. And I just cooked it, man. I got in so hot, locked him up, and I had no steering because I was locked. I just barreled through the cones and came within a foot of the scoring and timing machine.
Oh my God.
And
Is
dude,
there somebody sitting there?
no, 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 no. Like
Oh, just the machine.
it's the beams, the two things that
Yeah.
you cross. But you pay for that if you break it. And I'm pretty sure
Oh my
it's not cheap.
God.
And it's priceless. Like I said, we'll embed the video here. But like I'm like, and he's like, and we come to a stop and he's like, oh my God, that was so close. And I'm like struggling because I had used the chin mount on my helmet. And you can see it's like
Yeah.
shaking, and I'm trying to get the car in reverse to back up. And
Yeah.
but that was the fourth run, and that was like the fifth run ended up being a throwaway because I was still shaking. I was like my adrenaline.
Yeah. I mean, if you had to turn around and do it again, like, was it just turn and burn and do it right
Yeah,
away?
probably 10 minutes between runs.
Yeah, it would have taken longer than that.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, God, that could have been so bad. Um, but yeah, by the sixth run, the final run, just freaking locked, and I don't know. It's just so cool to see where the car's at, and like I know part of it too is
Yeah.
like I'm getting better as a driver, and I feel like that confidence is feeling pretty good.
Is this the sec? So this is the second event. How many events since you've redid the brakes and all that?
Second,
Second.
yeah,
So you're still pretty young in the new setup. I mean,
yeah. And this was the first setup in the dry because it was
sure.
off raining. Um,
Okay.
yeah, locked them up for the first time ever because my old
I'm
brakes.
gonna blame that on the brakes, new brakes.
Yeah, well, no, that's a good thing. I couldn't lock them up with my old brakes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You couldn't even lock up the fronts?
uh,
Really?
yeah, because the proportioning valve was all jacked up, and it was the rears were like skipping. I guess they would lock up a little bit, but I could not get the
The
fronts.
fronts wouldn't?
It was pretty bad.
Hmm.
This car drives like a new freaking car.
Huh.
Uh, I guess the one thing, to I was talking to my cousin Adam about this. I think the one thing that I could have done not differently, but the next step for whenever the next event is I need to start turning knobs on the shocks. If you listen close in the video, there's two, I'll call it two or three sweepers. They're like mini sweepers that you know you basically I was kept the wheel at a kind of a constant arc, and you could hear the rears start to skate and chirp, and they were starting to bounce. Like the suspension was kind of porpoising.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
think I could have softened.
Not enough rebound or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, probably. This is where I don't know what I'm doing, and
Yeah.
there's books I can read. I probably should read on suspension setup and all that, but it was too stiff. So I don't know if that means like if rears are doing that dance, do you soften the front? Um, I don't know that answer, and I'm sure hopefully there's people listening that know that answer. Um,
Yeah.
it's all
Or
part
just try. I mean, how hard is it to do? Is it something you could change from multiple runs?
of. Yeah, definitely. Adam brought up a good point. Take it out for a spin and go full soft, drive
Yeah.
it around, full hard, drive it around, and then kind of work your way in just to have a frame of reference on.
With that kind of thing too, it might be hard to do without attracting attention, but
Mhm.
um, yeah, do full soft and full hard, and then I don't know if you have a giant ass parking lot where you can just drive in a big circle, just like hold the constant radius and just slowly go faster and faster and feel what the breakaway feels like.
Yeah, there probably is something around here I could find. I don't offhand, I don't know, but your point's valid. Like find a place where you can, maybe feel the roll a
Where you're
little.
not gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
And maybe it's dramatic enough that you could feel it just with like a quick little slalom down the road. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you'll see next week at the drag race. Spoiler: bringing it to Killcare in Xenia, and we're going to go drag racing.
Nice.
Um, you know, it's 18-way adjustable shocks, and it like one click, two clicks makes a noticeable difference. Like it's actually
Hmm.
functional. So yeah, I think slaloming, on a road that's empty, would
Yeah.
at least, I'm not trying to like go fast. I'm trying to feel the difference and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the input change, like what that does to the car. Because right now, biking, has four setups. It's like cruising, sporty on the road, autocross, drag race. Like those are the
Right.
recommended clicks, and it's like
Yeah.
it's between 12 and 14, and between 8 and 9 is like your autocross setup. So
Sure. Sure.
yeah,
Huh.
so there's some adjustment to do. If I, hindsight's 2020, but like to go back and after like the fourth run, I knew in the back of my mind, it's like, that's weird. It's kind of dancey. It's kind of, you know, it could be softer. Like it could bite a little more in the corner. I could have started turning knobs and, you know, see what it did.
Do you, what have you done with like bushings in the back on your control arms or anything like that?
Yeah. So the bushings short of, body mounts, all the bushings are body mounts in the front sway bar. Everything is new. So it's got
Hmm.
new leaves with, I forget what the bushings are, but they're from Hotchkiss. New rear sway bar. It's the original stock front sway bar. New upper and lower control arms with new sport bushings.
Sure. Okay.
The Rick Delrin
So
bushings.
there's no like unnecessary slop there.
The slop is probably in the body bushings that are sitting on top of the subframe.
Hmm.
Those are
Yeah.
100% blown out, and that could help. That certainly helps, like your tire clearance too. Um,
Yeah.
Everything is based on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise, if you would discount those two things I said, it's brand new. Like there's no unnecessary slop. It's tight.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. One thing everybody
Interesting.
does also talk about is disconnecting the rear sway bar, because if you look at it, it does track kind of flat. Like it gets a little skatey and it doesn't roll in the back.
Yeah.
So it's not it's easy, but it's not like I'm gonna disconnect the sway bar for this run and reconnect it
Yeah.
for that run. It's you got to jack it up you know on jack stands and disconnect it that way. It's probably like a 20-minute you know task, but
You still want some rear sway bar though, right? Otherwise you would be
it you would think, but more people have told me like
have none.
I don't even run a rear sway bar. So
I guess on the Camaro, I maybe. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
That feels odd, but I guess I don't.
yeah, and again, I don't know what it would feel like without a sway bar, in its current setup. So it's just one of those things, when you go to events, you have 6 runs. They're once a month, if that.
Yeah.
Like, do I really want to throw away?
Yeah. One on like a drastic change that you're using just to feel.
Hmm. That's why I kind of like the country road parking lot plan. You know,
Yeah.
to say, I mean, I'm not advocating to do stupid things, but you can safely
Well,
test.
yeah.
Yeah.
A slalom at the speed limit.
Because guess what? You're doing a slalom at the speed limit
Yeah.
on autocross. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing them. You know, no chance I'm going over 45 or 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know, I probably max at 60 to 65 miles an hour on the course. So
Not slaloming.
not, yeah, I mean, that's straight the shot. Yeah, man. So I think that's pretty much it for the event. It was just a blast. Um, I guess I think it would be cool since we're probably gonna, even if we don't get an interview in before the drag race. I think to maybe finish out the fast segment, we could bench race what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
So I can give you what it's done and then the changes, and then you can throw down with a guess if that works.
Yeah. We could do that.
Okay. So it's run a 1244 in the quarter at 111 miles an hour. It had a 410 ring gear, 26.5-inch tires, It now has 373 rear gear with 25.6-inch tires. The 12.44 was done at 300 feet MSL. We're going to 800 feet. So higher elevation, less oxygen. And those are about all the factors I think I can.
What was the first tire diameter?
26.5. So
And
there
you're
were
what
two
now?
25.6. So basically, I went from a 40 aspect to a 35 aspect. And it's,
And you ran a 12, you say 1244?
yeah, on
I
on 300 treadwear tires. These are 200 treadwear
Now
tires.
you're on 200s.
Mhm. With non-adjustable shocks. I now have adjustable shocks. So
Still with the 383.
the 1244 with the 383 or
You had the motor, right?
oh yeah, 383 stroker. Yep, yep.
Yeah. Don't take this the wrong way.
Go for it. Yeah, yeah. I think it's
You
going to be
said you're
fun.
in 1244.
Yeah.
I think you're going to do 1235.
You think it's going to be faster?
Slight, maybe.
Maybe. Okay. All right.
I was going to say the same, but I didn't want to insult you.
No, so I hope to be in the 12 still. That's
Oh, really?
my big fear. And I'm hoping I can, because it's such a torque monster, I hope that the amount of torque this thing has at low end can overcome the gear change.
Yeah.
Um, but my
I
friend
don't know.
said the same thing. He was like, honestly, I think it's going to do the same thing. And I'm like,
I
hell
don't.
yeah.
I don't know what the. I don't know what the smaller diameter does to the final drive ratio.
So it's definitely not a wash, but it having a smaller tire in a
It gets you. It recovers some of the
exactly.
gear, but I just don't know by how much. Is it enough to fully recover? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I did some RPM calculation um, because I was right at about 59 to 6,000 RPM at the traps.
Yeah.
I was kind of using that as a baseline for the mile per hour. And I think the same RPM has it at 120 mile an hour, but I'm assuming I'm not going to be at 59 to 6,000 RPM at the trap. I'm
Right.
probably 56, 57. So I, so you're saying 1235?
Yeah. I'll stick with that.
Okay. I'm going to say 1275.
1275.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I think. Yeah. Got the driver mod this time.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be weird. I don't have a line lock this time. So
Oh.
took that out. So figuring out how to, and here's my big fears. I'm going to look like the biggest goon. I bring this now autocross looking car to the drag strip with a bunch of decals and all this stuff. And I'm going to pull up to the line and I'm going to try and do a fucking power brake. And the rear brakes are going to be too tight because of this, because it's not going to be able to do a burnout. But
Maybe
keep
can you
up in
practice? Can you do a practice one?
yeah, dude, we're taking that thing off the trailer as soon as I get it to my parents. We're going to go practice. It'll work.
Yeah.
I
There's
mean, it
still
does
some rural
standing,
spots over there.
yeah, it does standing burnouts by itself without brakes. So, like,
Oh,
yeah, it should be fun.
yeah. I'll just get it in the water and just punch it.
Punch it, yeah. So,
Hmm.
oh yeah, man, I'm excited. I hope it doesn't rain. So we'll see.
Nice. That's exciting.
All right. Well, I think it's time to wrap out the fast segment. Let's move into slow. What are we doing?
Slow down. Oh, so here, quintessential slow topic, brakes.
Mm. Oh, we went from 6 viewers to none.
Except this time, I think I figured it out. Well, I know I figured it out
Okay.
because uh, since we last talked, I threw some parts at it and it worked. Um, so I've never messed with drum. This is the first car I've ever had with drum brakes that I was responsible for anyway. So I'm learning a lot. And the full story is when I got the car, the brakes were absolute garbage, have been ever since it. So Had it for call it a year for easy math.
Mhm.
I knew that it needed work, and I knew the brakes needed to happen first, just because I want it to be the family cruiser. So
Sorry.
what?
Because we had the whole like internet problem, I freaked out for 2 seconds that we didn't. I didn't hit record. We're
Oh, are we?
we're good.
Oh.
All right, continue. Continue.
um, so it's got a new master cylinder on it, and a new all the soft lines were replaced, just because I wasn't sure if they were swelling or if it was the master cylinder bleeding by or something like that. Squishy pedal, trying to get to the bottom of it.
Mhm.
Everything looked good. You take it off, all the parts look new. The pads have plenty of meat on it. The adjustment screws or the star wheels were all kind of gacked up and hard to move. So I replaced those. Now I was able to adjust them really, really nicely per everybody's instructions on lines, and didn't do anything. Nothing. None of that made any difference whatsoever. So finally, I said, you know what? Or what caught my attention the last time I was looking at it was I finally got a good look at the wear pattern on the pad, on the shoe.
Mhm.
And it was only the middle few inches had any wear at all. The others, it was still whatever coating they come on. It's not metallic looking. It's kind of
Mhm.
a fuzzy looking whatever. And I was like, again, I don't know anything about drum brakes. Well, I know a little bit more now. Uh, Turns out, I guess I had always assumed, yeah, you would get that, right? The shoe has to be a slightly smaller diameter and radius than the drum. So yeah, your contact patch is going to be relatively small. Well, I guess that's not true at all. You're supposed to have near 80%, 85%, 90% contact patch between the shoe and the drum. So I can't explain it. I don't know if it's the wrong shoes, but that's what was happening. The shoe diameter
Mhm.
was smaller than the drum.
Yeah, and in the picture
So
will
you were
show
getting,
like
I was getting the shoe was only touching the drum in like a very, very tiny portion of the surface area.
yeah, when you showed that picture on Instagram, I was blown away at the like I could envision it in my head what you were talking about, but when you showed it, I was like, damn, that's
Yeah.
a lot of surface area.
No. And so I don't know. I didn't know then that you needed more than that, but I guess you do. And then, so we got new drums and shoes from J Bugs, whatever. I've been buying parts from them. And yeah, you put the new shoe in the new drum, and it's the exact same diameter. It's almost 100% contact patch. So I took a new shoe and put it in the old drum, and the same thing fit really well.
Mhm.
But obviously by then I wasn't going to reuse the old drums, so it makes me question if whoever the previous owner had taken it to a shop to get the engine swapped out and et cetera, et cetera. Maybe they did some brake work and bought the wrong shoes
Mhm.
from people may mistake that. So this is a Super Beetle. Maybe I don't know if it's different, but I suspect it could be. Super Beetle brakes are slightly different than classic Beetle brakes
Mhm.
or Carmagia brakes or bus brakes. I don't know,
Weird.
but or it was just a crappy brand, and they're from overseas. I shouldn't say overseas, but because I think the brakes I bought were from Italy. But
Yeah, yeah.
Amazon or something. Hard
Cheap
telling.
manufacturing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
weird.
super bizarre, but super glad. Put them on. I took it. So another thing, I took it for a test drive, and it was worse. I already told you it's fixed, so it's nothing to worry about. But
Yeah, sure. So what happened?
uh, when I set the star wheel adjusters and did that whole process up on the lift, and took it for a test drive, and I must have just seated them and everything settled in, and then I had no more pressure.
Hmm.
Brought it back, put it on the lift, and I could get a whole nother multiple turns out of the star wheels on everywhere.
Okay, so it just had to
Then
seat
and
itself.
took it out again, and I was like, man, that it feels so much better now.
Yeah.
It's it's I can probably lock him up. I didn't try, but I got the feeling I could for once. and B, the pedal, it's like standing on a brick. Like I was like, this is what I expected full manual
Hmm.
brakes to feel like. There is no very, very, very little squish. It's all just the pedal is there. You put your foot down. There's almost very, very little travel, I should say.
Yeah, because it's all pressure based, right? Is
Yeah.
how that works.
And it feels really good. It feels like I was hoping it would.
Yeah.
And it gives me a lot of confidence. Now I feel like I can actually it is fast enough to be in traffic. So it doesn't accelerate very fast, but
Hmm.
I can cruise at 55 or 60 no problem. So there's some country roads around here where people, if you're not doing the speed limit's 50 or 55, if you're not doing 60 or
Hmm.
61, 62, people are going to be riding you. So I can go. It's always been able to do that, and I avoid it because if somebody pulls out in front of me or something like that, trying to stop that thing from 60 miles an hour,
Yeah.
no way,
Not happening.
not a chance. So now that I can do that, I'm like, oh, I can. Before I was planning my routes around all these back roads and praying a deer doesn't jump out in front of me or something. And so it's such a better feeling knowing now that it's um, basically probably as good as it should have been in 1978 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So now, I mean, it's at a spot where you're good to just drive it. Like you don't have any.
yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I think what I might do, I have spark plug wires I want to do because those are I pulled them. I was doing something and I took the spark plug wires off and it ripped the whole end off. I don't know what the right word is, but it
Like the boot.
came apart. The whole spring came out, and
Oh yeah, yeah,
so I like put it all back together, and I'm like looking at it close, and I'm like, these are garbage.
yeah. They're probably all heat soaked and dry rot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I bought some new ones that I'll probably put on, and of course now I'm like, well, I also want a new distributor because this one doesn't have a vacuum advance. It's just got a fixed
yeah.
RPM advance. So up until like 3,500 RPM, I'm at what zero advance,
Mhm.
0 degrees ignition timing,
Yeah, yeah.
which makes it uncomfortable. I've
Right.
gotten used to it, but it's like unless you're foot to the floor, it's a dog. It's not really that super intuitive. Like,
Yeah, those are relatively easy replacements, right? I mean, like you're not gonna
yeah, it's like
knock on wood.
35 bucks. It's right there in front of you. Yeah, it's it's hard not. It'd be hard not to do it. Like a new distributor is not. It's hardly a project on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so we'll see. I'm hoping I can do that, and that makes it the drivability better because there's a pulling away from a stop sign or something like that. There's a pretty distinct like dead spot, and if it's kind of cold and the very first, you know, mile of the journey, it'll cough or spit, and
Do you think you had a misfire from the boot, like the electric arcing
mm,
spark?
so it could be,
That happened to me on the Camaro. I had like the cheapo Excel plug wires you would buy at AutoZone,
yeah,
and
yellow or red,
yellow. Never,
nice.
yeah. I mean, yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kept melting the boots. I ended up buying the MSD um, sleeves. Dude,
Mm,
those things are money. They're a bitch to
yeah,
put on. They are so difficult to get over the boot.
yeah,
I've had them for like 3 years and they are really, really good. You're not probably not
nice.
dealing with the same heat, but
Yeah,
the whole point of that was it would, like, at a certain RPM, it would be enough spark to arc and then it would cause a misfire.
yeah. It could be. It doesn't sound like a misfire, but I still don't. I could be a well, maybe yeah. It's hard to say. I don't. It could be also masked by like with the timing the way it is. It's like there's no pep there. It's
Mm-hmm.
super sluggish at high vacuum RPM ranges and load ranges.
Yeah.
Um, so try and transition off of anything like yeah, pulling away. from a stop sign or something like that, it's just feels strange.
Yeah.
But if you got a wide open throttle, then sure, once the advance does kick in, yeah, you get your 35 degrees advance or whatever.
Mhm.
But until then, it goes from 0 to 35 all in an instant.
Yeah. Yeah. Slap a new distributor on that thing. I'm sure that would
Yeah.
help a lot.
Um, so I'm hoping that might be the only thing I do. Otherwise, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to try and this pedal car project. I'll talk about that here in a second. But
Mhm.
really, really trying. I would love. It's drivable. I'm gonna leave it alone. Stop mucking with it unless it's something I can do in an evening or a couple evenings, a weekend of evenings, and then try and wrap up the pedal car. Really, hopefully, I can. I've got a. Well, I've said it, so it's not so private goal of trying to. I'm going to Good Guys on my birthday, July 12th or 11th or whatever weekend that is in
Yeah.
Columbus, and I would love to enter the pedal car into their little. I say little. It could be super competitive for all I know. But they have a whole sub show of automobilia, so pedal cars and model cars and things like that. So I need to get the pedal car done before that.
Did you get all the bead roll?
Yeah, I'll show you I've done what I wanted to do. Hopefully I can take this off easily. It gets kind of stuck. Yeah, that was easy. It needs a little touch up, but here, maybe I'll just take the camera off and show you. So let's see here. All right. There's probably a good view of it. So
Mhm.
around the cockpit opening, I was able to finish what's called a wire edge. So there's literally a wire in there. And I wrapped the aluminum around it.
Mhm.
So that reinforces the edge. And probably, yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
That might be a better view. So it reinforces the edge and also eliminates the edge. So there's a nice smooth. If you were to put your hand there or use it to lift yourself up out of it, you're not going to cut your hand.
Yeah, it gives it a
Or a
really
child's
nice
not going
look
to cut their
too.
hand. And it gives it a nice finished look. So like if you're, I don't know, there ish.
Hmm.
Just finishes it off, makes
Yeah.
it look intentional, makes it look done. Safer for a child or anyone for that matter. It's not going to snag on anything or get caught.
Yeah.
And the bottom, I may do the same on the bottom, or I may try just like a hemmed edge, which would just be a hemmed edge would be like just folded over on itself. There would be no wire
Mm.
in it.
Okay.
And I think I'm rethinking that now, going from the wire edge to the hemmed edge, just because it's such a tight fit over the chassis. If that wire edge comes in enough, I'm still going to be taking it on and off the chassis a few more times.
Yeah.
It may, if anything other than a hem, may make that too much of a hump to get over.
Hmm.
Um, so we'll see. And then obviously the grill, I need to cut the grill opening. It shouldn't be. There's no trick to that. I just one of those things where you just got to do it.
Yeah.
A little bit nervous about screwing it up, but
Yeah. Yeah. I guess
it's true for the whole thing.
go smaller than bigger, so you can.
Oh yeah, it's going to be small, and then I have an idea on how I'm going to fasten it into there, but I want to make my goal is to fasten it in there in a way that you can't really see it from the outside. I kind of want people to be like, "How is that held in there?" From the inside, you'd probably be able to see it clear as day, but
Sure. Yeah. That'd be
we'll
cool.
see.
So for the good guys competition, I guess, do you know how they judge? Like, will you have you can bring like a
There's
reminder of all
there's
your
three
work?
categories for pedal cars specifically. I think they lump pedal cars and wagons together,
Hmm.
which is good for me because I'm not going to have pedals in it by then.
Mm.
It's going
Yeah.
to be basically a wagon
Yeah.
that you could steer. Um, there's three categories if I remember. I'm working off memory here, so hopefully I'm not too wrong. There's what they call bitchin' pedal car. There's like best restored,
Hmm.
and then like best customized, or
Okay.
maybe not best. So it could be bitchin', restored, and customized. So there's three categories. Obviously, mine's not restored. It's also not really customized would imply you took an existing one and then modified it, I think, in my mind.
Hmm.
So maybe bitchin'.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Interesting. You're gonna bring like your progress, like a binder of
My build book.
printouts.
No, I think I looked at the application or the whatever registration form, and they may ask for pictures. So I'm not far away from having good enough pictures where people could say, "Okay, this guy's for real." Like
You could
I like to think even now it's like, all right, I'm almost there, but you can see my train of thought here. Um,
you could get like a cardstock printout of a QR code to your Instagram,
yeah,
and then like, I don't know if it's gonna like be sitting there on display, but you could
I
have
think
it,
so. I think so.
fastened in a professional way that if people want to see the
Yeah,
process,
yeah.
scan the QR.
And I think and obviously they'd see our podcast.
Mhm.
My initial goal before I looked at their website too much was just to take it there and just pull my son around in it,
Mhm.
um, with maybe my Instagram or something like that on it. But the then I saw that and I was like, man, that'd be really cool.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of competition I'd be up against, but if nothing else, it'd be cool to. I don't know. People like it? Do they not like? I mean, surely nobody's not going to like it.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I'd be curious how many people are going to bring purchased pedal carts versus people who have English wheeled pedal carts.
they're out
Probably a
there.
select few.
Yeah, a select few. I don't know if any of them are going to be in Columbus good guys, but they are out there because I follow them on Instagram.
I
So
mean, Columbus is a big show. So
yeah, it's one of the biggest. So I don't.
like Iowa and Columbus are like the biggest
Yeah.
go to.
Oh yeah, I guess Iowa's probably bigger because it's the um or Nebraska. Where's the I can't remember. Museum of American Speed. Don't they? Do they have one out there?
Mm,
Uh,
man, good question. I don't remember it being in Nebraska, so maybe Iowa.
hmm,
But by the way, cool.
yeah. Hopefully, I don't know. It'll be cool to also see. I mean, it's a conversation starter too, right? So hopefully, if any of the super legit pro metal shapers out there that have worked on the super awesome cars that are actually competing in good guys,
Hmm.
wouldn't mind chatting with all those people. That was the whole point of it all, right? Was to
Yeah.
build a pedal car, to learn how to shape metal, to engage with the community and be a part of the community.
Yep.
Met a bunch of people already. I'd like to meet more.
Yeah.
So,
Bring the business cards too.
yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah,
that's cool.
those are the big ones. I'm hoping. Yeah, I just got to get out here. The last week or two have been gnarly with not getting anything done. A lot of it's, well, school's about done, so it's
Hmm.
weekend plans like crazy, evening plans. It's it's hard to get out in the garage. So here we go again.
Yeah.
Taylor's oldest time, but
Time of the year.
yeah.
I do have one slow topic, I guess, to talk about.
All right, come on in. The water's
Yeah.
fine.
Sweet. Thanks for letting me join. So I showed you pictures of the trunk.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude, there were pinholes. So I put a flashlight underneath and shined it up into the trunk. And I'm like, oh, that's light. You can definitely see light coming through the trunk. So I started picking around and I'm like, yeah, okay, I don't remember doing this, but I guess we put Bondo or, body filler to cover
yeah.
up these holes. There was some fiberglass mesh too. So I'm assuming my dad did all this. I don't remember doing this part of it,
Sure.
but I used my die grinder for my my new air compressor, and I just went to town.
Nice.
I just, everything. And I started poking around with the screwdriver, and it was like paper thin sheet metal, rusted out,
Really?
you know, $half size to two $half size holes, side by side, right? The largest spot. Um, it's like, well, that's it's probably not helping the exhaust in the car. You know, I don't know if that's 100% the problem, but like the amount of vacuum that's being drawn from the sides of the windows, pulled in through the trunk, um, with the tailpipes, like you can look through the hole and see the tailpipe,
Oh, that was my next question was where does your exhaust end?
like right below the holes of the trunk.
So they don't go all the way out the back.
Yeah, I mean they do. I would say if you drew a straight line from the bumper, they do not, but they're like very close to the edge of the bumper. So, but if there's any sort of vacuum of any kind pulling, you know,
Yeah.
there's a chance that that's happening.
And everything behind the car is going to be a low pressure zone.
Mm-hmm. Uh, so I said, okay, I'll zip all this away. Got all the surface rust back, and then I ended up taking fiberglass mesh and I laid fiberglass in the over everything. Over everything. Uh, buddy of mine was like, "Yeah, lay some duct tape over the holes first, so that you're not
Hmm.
dripping resin,
Yeah,
below
everywhere.
everything." And it came out really nice. As you can see from the pictures that I'm overlaying right now, it's pretty good. And so there's a
You
box.
missed your opportunity to put in a new floor or a new trunk floor and tubs and all that.
Yeah, what was I thinking? I should have used the cutoff wheel instead of the die grinder. Jesus.
Rookie.
But yeah, I got a box of off the screen here. I've got a box of sound deadening, so I'm going to lay that all throughout. And then I bought uh, like 79 Camaro trunk carpet, so it'll
Nice.
clean all that up. I think it'll help with the sound on the inside. To be honest with you,
Mm,
because it was
yeah.
pretty. It's just pretty loud on the inside, and the trunk is
Is
around the place.
so right here and now are all the holes that you found covered?
Mm-hmm.
Have
Yeah,
you
and
driven it?
my thought process. Say it again. Sorry, you broke up.
Have you driven it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does it help?
Yeah, I felt fine after
Really?
Autocross. Which, granted, I haven't driven it like long time at speed, because I want to finish it all the way through. I want to put the sound deadening throughout. I want to put the carpet down. So my thought process is if there's any additional pinholes that I've missed or whatever, sound deadening adhesive will cover everything, right?
Yeah.
And theoretically, that's like tape over, over a hole.
Right.
And I just want to finish it all the way to completion with the carpet and all that good stuff. And then I'll take it out for a longer term spin. Um, I will say I did take it up the road and back maybe 40, 50 miles an hour, and I could smell fiberglass resin coming into the cabin from the trunk. So it's
Fumes and the trunk can get to the driver
yes, it is a very valid thing. So
because there's nothing stopping your share. There's nothing between you and the trunk, right? You're sharing air with the trunk,
yeah,
and there's nothing you can do
I
about
tried
it
to tape
because
it
it's the
off.
way Chevy designed it.
Yep, I tried taping it off the best I could to
Yeah.
eliminate any of that, but it doesn't matter. There's still
I had a car. I can't remember what car it was. It might have been an Acura where that wasn't true. You know how most sedans you can fold down the back seat and get to the
yeah,
trunk?
yeah.
I had an Acura where that wasn't true. There
Huh.
was a bulkhead behind the seat.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah. This is just kind of like there's sheet metal, but like there's holes, throughout the sheet metal.
Hmm.
You can stick your hand all the way into the trunk if you wanted to.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I mean it'll make it better. I felt 100% fine after the event on Sunday, and I was in it a lot, just idling, before runs and like
And normally that's not entirely true on the average, like the gross average.
gross average, I always have some bad feeling. So I think we're
Cool.
trending in the right direction. So, and that's all I want to say about exhaust. But
I will chime in though.
okay.
It was an interesting experiment, we'll say, at Mecum
Mm-hmm.
when the three of us were back
Mm-hmm.
where, I don't know, the staging lanes, we'll call it.
Yeah, yeah.
So lots of classic cars idling and moving, and they were doing a good job to, obviously not keep it going too long. But I noticed it too. I could get, after a while being there, especially you got closer to the front where they were idling and moving. Um, I could see how, yeah, you could overdo it. I don't notice it with my own stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but they're surrounded by all that, just immersed in it. We'll say it's too much. You can get too much.
Yeah, and I was worried that just that little bit was going to like set me back for days. I was fine the next day.
Yeah,
So that tells me that I had a serious problem in the cab
yeah,
of the car. And
yeah.
I'm hoping that it's resolved and I can put that behind me and, focus on putting a Tremec 5 speed or something in the car.
Yeah, get back in your lane, the fast lane.
Yeah, damn right. What am I doing? Where am I
uh,
at? Oh
that's
man.
good. Yeah, I'm excited to hear that plays out.
Yeah, for sure. Uh, anything else you want to chat about? Are we good?
So for now.
All right. So whether you're racing it fast or working on it slow, see you next time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
All right.